Hey y'all, what's up? So I felt called to make a video about this thing that I've always been thinking about recently a lot, having to remind myself. And it's that just because you're not seeing things get better yet with whatever you want in life, things not getting better or progressing the way you'd like, don't give up. Because you have to think of whatever you are putting your energy into and your time into as a plant, right? Think of it as a plant. You're watering a plant. You are making sure the soil is good, making sure the temperature is good, always making sure that this plant is good, right? At first, you may not even notice a difference at all with this plant that you have. But underneath the soil is where you see you don't see all of the, the roots. Sorry. Oh, you don't see all the roots growing and all of that. And you also don't realize that there's a season for this plant, and during that season is when those flowers or fruits bloom. But you don't have those year round, right? So you have to think of what you're putting your energy into and your time into is what it is going to grow. You just may not notice it yet, or you may not notice all this stuff that you're doing actually is going to pay off. You just are like, when is it going to happen? That's how you're feeling. Is it going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. You have to think of your season. You have to think of that as your divine timing, or when God has something planned for you. So don't give up. This is your message. Do not give up. If you clicked on this, or if this was on your For You page, or if you even follow me and you just want to watch one of my videos, this is also for you. But yeah, don't give up. And you also got to think about it, like all these hard things you're having to force yourself to do, or maybe you're avoiding doing hard things, whether it be something that is more of a mental struggle or a physical struggle, like working out, or something with anxiety or depression, having to do things. You have to think of it in a sense as also a muscle. Going to the gym, it's not easy, right? It's not easy at first. Sometimes these like weights, they literally rip your muscle, and your muscle has to repair itself to get stronger, and it also grows. You have to think of yourself and your brain just like that. So doing this hard thing over and over until it's no longer hard, like you can handle it. That's kind of what exposure therapy is. Maybe some of you guys need to do exposure therapy, or this is a sign to keep up with your exposure therapy, or you've been avoiding doing certain things like going out into public spaces, or going talking to certain people, or it could really be anything. Maybe avoiding eating certain foods out of anxiety of eating that food even though there's no harm from it. You have to face that and do it anyway. And those uncomfortable feelings are going to be uncomfortable, but don't be scared and run away from it. Because if you also want to build your confidence, you're going to have to do that by doing hard things and surviving it, and actually getting to a point where it's nothing anymore. That will build your confidence, and it also wires your brain to be like, oh shit, I'm capable of things I thought I never could do. And that opens so much for you, let me tell you. So, start small. You can start small on little things that you want to do. Take those thoughts of like, oh, I wish I could do this. I want to do this. Start doing them. If it seems too big of what you want to do, like I want to make a shit ton of money, or I want to be able to travel the world or get on a plane, but I don't know how to yet. Like I'm terrified of that stuff. I'm using a lot of my own issues as things. So, let's say, what should we use? What should we use? Okay, yeah, let's say you're wanting to travel, but you're scared of planes, and the place you want to travel to is so far that you would need to get on a plane. What you can start doing is just go to the airport, walk around the airport, just be in the airport and get comfortable with it. You're scared of the hospital? Don't you just go to a hospital. If you can, just go to a hospital and walk around. Sit down, sit down and just watch. Get to a point where you are comfortable, where you get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. You need to get to a point where you're comfortable with it, because then you build trust within yourself too, where you feel those uncomfortable thoughts and you are like, ooh, I don't like this, but I've survived this. We're going to be okay. Because usually what happens is that when you have uncomfortable feelings, you panic, right? Sometimes you can panic and be like, I fucking hate this. That fight or flight, you have to go against your biology, quite literally. You have to go against that biology and be like, oh fuck, I'm having like, I'm stressed out, I'm feeling anxious, but I'll be good, and just fight through that. And what the thing is, your brain will rewire itself over, and it'll rewire itself to a point where it's like, oh, we didn't die doing that, we're good. And you actually won't have like any of the anxiety or the stress or the self-deprecating thoughts that you had before, because you were actually able to conquer them. And like I said, that builds a lot of confidence in yourself and trust in yourself, because you didn't give up and you went through with the hardships. You also are healing yourself in the sense, I think, with society nowadays in our generation, a lot of the generations now, we always are used to instant gratification. We want instant gratification. It's like that with fast food, instant food. We got our food right now. It's not like how it used to be, where you had to grow your food. You had to go hunt for your food. It's not like that anymore. Instant gratification. Our phones, instant gratification, dopamine rushes and stuff. So when we have hard things happen, we kind of avoid that. We will avoid it. Like, oh, I don't want to do this. This is not coming easy. All right, let's move on. You cannot give into that, because think about yourself a year from now being like, why did I give up a year ago? Because if I kept to it, and this time this year, I could be way further in life where I wanted to be, but I fucking gave up back then. I let my self-deprecating thoughts, my anxiety, or my depression get to me. And listen, it's okay to rest, right? It's okay to rest. You need to rest. It's the same as muscles. Those muscles need to repair themselves. So it's the same as like go, go, go. You can also have days where you don't really do shit. You're just kind of like, okay, I need to relax today and let my brain, totally fine. That's totally fine. But yeah, this message, I guess, if this is resonating with you, it feels like I'm talking to you about stuff, then obviously this is very much for you. But yeah, so I just wanted to come on here and talk about all of that. And also, if there's anything regarding to, all this can really fit into any situation, like, I was going to say any situationship. Interesting. Any situation in your life this can fit, because I was going to say, if you think of a relationship, it's very much the same. If you're putting a relationship with another person, it's a little different because there's another being, another person. But shoot, with work and with other things, there's other people that are in your workplace. There's other things that come into play. But if you think of a relationship in the sense of romance, if you don't just give up when things get hard, that's when marriages usually last. And you see marriages are like, wow, that looks like that, I want that. It's because they didn't give up when things were hard, and they didn't believe their feelings fully. Maybe they felt like certain ways, they didn't feel happy at times, but they didn't let that control them. They say, you know what? I'm mad at you today, or I'm mad that you did this, but you know what? Tomorrow it may be different. We can figure this out. So you need to also go about your life like that. You cannot always believe your feelings and your thoughts, because they're not true. They're not always true. What you have to do is you have to really try to figure out if it's true, those thoughts. Like, really think about it. Think about a thought. Like, let me think about a thought here. That could be, something I've had to deal with. Maybe thoughts of like, oh, I just feel very anxious. This is more of a feeling, I guess. More of a feeling of very anxious, and I'm having a lot of thoughts that are really negative, anxious thoughts. I will literally stop myself, look around, and also just focus on how my body feels, and I'll be like, do I hurt anywhere? Do I sit? And then, like, no. Maybe I feel anxious in my stomach because of the anxiety, but do I feel it? No. The thoughts I'm thinking, I guess those aren't really actually true. They're just worries. And I look around and I'm like, I'm literally fine. I'm like getting up in my head. I'm really thinking in my head right now and starting to let myself believe those thoughts and those feelings, which you can't always do that. If you want to believe feelings and thoughts, believe the good ones, because guess what? That's going to get you somewhere. That's going to get you somewhere good. So we have a willpower and an independence. And because of that, we can choose what we want to put our time and energy into. We can choose what plants we want to water, right? Which thoughts, that's a plant, we want to water. We can't control our thoughts. We can't control our thoughts nor our feelings, but we can control how we go about them, and if we really want to put all of our attention into them. So yeah. This is just a reminder. This is just a reminder. Anyways, it's like November 21st today, of 2024. And I really want to, in 2025, I want to set a goal to, hopefully, I want to set a goal. I'm going to say I want to get at least 1,000 followers on YouTube in the year of 2025. Now, it's not even 2025 yet. I have a month left of this year. If I got 1,000 at the last month this year, hell yeah, that would actually be really cool. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it doesn't mean I can't try. But, yeah, so, I don't know. Just gotta set little goals for myself. So with that, if you guys want to subscribe, you can. Like if you want, or comment. You don't have to. But if you want to watch more videos from me, definitely subscribe. But yeah, I hope that this resonated with you guys, or that you felt like this is something you needed to hear. But yeah, I feel like I'd said everything I needed to. I have a lot of goals and things in life I want to achieve, and I will achieve. I don't know how yet, and I don't really need to think it. I can't think it all through. I just need to, sometimes you just need to do it. Just jump into things and do it scared. You're never gonna feel ready, right? So do it scared. Do it when you still feel uncomfortable, you know? If you're waiting for a time where it feels right, that may never happen. Or by the time, like, what if, also one more thing before I go. You gotta think too, if something were to happen, like let's say something were to happen, like, I don't know, something bad with society or something. You gotta think of it like, if the power were to go out tomorrow, shit were to break loose, like something were to happen, think of all of the things running through your head, like, I wish I just did this, I wish I fucking did this, because now I don't have the chance, I wish I did this, I wish I did this. How about just do it now when you're still capable? Because if anything ever happens like that, wouldn't you want to be like, I'm glad I did that, I'm glad I did this or that when I had the chance, I'm lucky I did that. Think about it, like, so you gotta get to that point. So take those little steps, right? But yeah, anyways, trying to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Trying to get my subs up. And I'm trying to post content every other day if I can. I got Instagram and I got TikTok. I have them links down below in my description box. And YouTube, so yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching this far if you did. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.